After 14 years and over 10,000 shoots, I finally ditched my tripod. I know that sounds crazy. For my entire career, that tripod was a part of my identity as a real estate photographer. Set it up in every room, level it, adjust the height, shoot, move to the next room, on and on. That was my process. After many years of the best human editors, I found a faster, professional, and cheaper alternative. Big changes, awesome changes. I tested Auto HDR back in early 2025 and honestly wasn't impressed. The quality just wasn't there. My human editors were still miles ahead. But then the version 3 update dropped in fall 2025 and everything changed. I'm now shooting handheld, getting professional results, and my editing happens in minutes instead of hours. In this video, I'll show you the real cost comparison where Auto HDR fails and whether you should make the switch. Let me take you back to why I rejected Auto HDR the first time. Early 2025, I decided to test Auto HDR. I've worked with the best human editors for years. They are industry leading photo editors. I know what top tier real estate photo editing looks like because I see it and deliver it every day. The audio HDR results back then had problems: inconsistent window pools, occasional halos around objects, weird artifacts that would pop up randomly, kind of stuff where you look at an image and immediately know something's off. I couldn't confidently send those results to my clients. My clients expect a certain standard, and Auto HDR wasn't meeting it. So my verdict was clear. No way I was dropping my professional editors for this. I have the best editors in the business, and Auto HDR just wasn't ready. But I kept hearing about improvements. Version 3 launched in fall 2025, and people were saying the quality had jumped significantly. So, what changed between early 2025 and fall 2025 that made me completely reverse my position? Well, I ran 3 commission shoots through Auto HDR version 3. Real properties I was delivering to actual clients. First test was a brand new home. Clean, bright. Should be easy. This is where you see baseline quality. The window pools look natural. No blue halos. Color was consistent, room to room. Professional looking images. I was impressed. I sent these to my client without mentioning I changed my editing process. Zero complaints. They didn't even know it was AI. Second test was a new log cabin styled hospital, a special shoot for a commercial client. This one was challenging. Mixed materials, wood tones, medical equipment, institutional lighting, a kind of property where color accuracy really matters. Auto HDR nailed the warm wood tones with outgoing orange. It handled the blend of fluorescent and natural light. The handheld brackets merged perfectly and no ghosting. This was the test that really impressed me. My third test was a dark condo. Multiple color temperatures in the same space. Tungsten, daylight, LED, all mixed together. White balance chaos. This is where editors usually struggle. Auto HDR handled it surprisingly well. Didn't blow out highlights trying to chase the shadows. The windows look clean. I put these images next to the human editor's work and honestly couldn't tell the difference. Let's talk about failures. About one shot in 100 has vertical alignment issues. What I found is it usually was photographer error. Shooting at awkward angles or objects blocking part of the frame, yeah, that would mess it up. Takes me less than 30 seconds to fix in Lightroom, and I'm done. One quick edit in QC for me every other shoot, very acceptable. My next revelation after stellar image quality was shooting handheld. I heard rumors about this on some videos online. So I reached out to AutoHDR and they gave me some tips. Here's what really surprised me. The alignment was so good, I didn't need a tripod anymore. I started testing handheld on every shoot. The results held up. Sharp, aligned, professional photos. Setup simple. ISO 3200, f8, auto white balance, three brackets at -2, 0, and +2. Shoot JPEG, medium quality. You do not need super high resolution. JPEG is perfect in Auto HDR and fast to upload, fast to process. For exteriors, use the same settings, but I drop it down to ISO 800. That's it. All handheld now. No tripod. Everything is so much faster. You know what that unlocked? Faster movement, room to room, better angles in tight spaces. I can realistically cut my on site time by 25%. After 14 years of tripod work, shooting handheld feels like freedom. Okay, so the quality matched my editors. But what about the business math? My old workflow looked like this. I finish shooting, upload to my human editors at the end of the workday, wait for the next day delivery, sometimes longer if revisions are needed, morning QC and tweaks before client delivery, and monthly editing bills adding up. The new workflow is completely different. I upload my brackets to AutoHDR. I can choose from the web interface, Dropbox in automation, or integrations with HD Photo Hub, Ario, or Spiro. Under 1 hour turnaround, usually 30 to 40 minutes. Quick QC takes minutes instead of hours. Let's talk about cost. Auto HDR at volume runs roughly 50 cents an image. Human editors typically double that, plus revision overhead. My real savings? Cost cut in half across the board. Think about what time savings actually stack up. On site, I'm 25% faster without a tripod. Upload is automated through Dropbox. Editing takes minutes of QC instead of hours of work or waiting. Delivery can happen the same day now. I still deliver the next day, but I have an option to get photos the same day. What does this unlock? More shoots per week without burning out. Faster turnaround as value add to clients. Evenings and mornings freed up for business growth or life. Ability to say yes to last minute bookings. Now let's talk who should use it. New photographers should skip the editing learning curve entirely. Focus on shooting and client work. Let Auto HDR handle the technical side while you build your business. Working pros like me should make Auto HDR your default. Use it for standard listings. Keep humans for luxury properties or heavy retouching. You still want total creative control on special projects. Growing teams benefit the most. Automation removes upload and download bottlenecks. Consistent look across all your shooters. No more managing editor relationships or dealing with time zone delays or communication issues or language barriers. The business math is simple. Auto HDR costs half what my human editors cost. Turnaround under an hour instead of overnight. My on site time dropped by 25%. My editing time went from hours to minutes. I can take more shoots without working longer days. So, after months of real world use, here's my honest verdict. Yes, Auto HDR is a game changer for real estate photographers. The combination of quality, speed, cost, and workflow freedom fundamentally changes the business. What actually changed for me? I shoot handheld after 14 years of tripod work. My editing happens in minutes, not hours. Costs cut in half with professional quality. I could take more shoots without burning out. Let's be honest, about limitations. You still need the QC on every shoot. That's true with human editors too. You need to check the work before you deliver it. It is your business and your name that represents your brand and what you deliver. My current setup looks like this: Auto HDR for 97% of my real estate work, human editor on call for special projects, handheld shooting with the settings I shared, Dropbox automation so files upload when I connect to the internet at my office. When the files are processed, I sync them back in Lightroom for QC. A quick check and deliver them with HD Photo Hub. Your next step is simple. Don't take my word for it. Test your next few shoots side by side. Sign up for Auto HDR using my link, www.autohdr.com/Scott Prokop, and you can get a free week of editing. Run real commission shoots through it compared to your current editor. I think you will be impressed. The bottom line, this isn't about replacing human editors completely. It's about handling the bulk of your work faster and cheaper so you can focus on shooting, growing your business, and actually having a life. After thousands of shoots, I'm convinced this is where real estate photography editing is headed and will be here to stay. Let me know in the comments if you've tested Auto HDR or if you're sticking with human editors. What's been your experience with the platform? Have you switched?